G'day and welcome back to Salem's Travels. My name's Ben and this here is Salem. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about air filters. I think everyone knows that the best thing to do if you can is to get a snorkel. That way you're pulling air from up high where it's usually cleaner, and also you're as far away from any water that you can get to. But not all vehicles have a snorkel. The Ford here doesn't have a option for a snorkel, which is not a big deal for me because I don't do a lot of stuff with mud and water. It's mainly rocks or out in the dry country where you'll find me. But having just said that, it is good to have as much protection as you can to protect your motor. The Ford here is a real good case of a car that nobody gave any thought to off-roading when they designed the intake system. You can see here the air box, which is where the filter is, and if you look down here, you can see this little tube here, and this leads to the outside world. So if we hit a puddle, water will come in through the grill, hit the radiator panel and get forced into the air cleaner box. And once it's in the box, the motor can do a pretty good job of sucking it in. Now for a water crossing, that doesn't worry me. You know, we'll just put a blind over the front like we used to back before everyone had a snorkel. But it's that occasional puddle that is the risk. And a lot of people with Ford Explorers have come unstuck where they've hit a decent sized puddle pretty hard. Water is splashed up, gone in, and straight into the airbox. So I'm going to show you a couple of things to try and help protect the motor from dust or water. The first is a K&N filter element. Now I'm pretty sure these are available for just about every car on the market, and there's a few custom applications that people like, such as the pods. So these are great because they just fit in place of the standard filter. There's no modifications or anything that's needed. And for those that don't know, they're washable, and then you oil them up. And that oil, in my experience, I found that an oiled filter just catches so much more dust and crap than a paper filter. Until you've had one of these, and it doesn't have to be a K&N, there's a few other brands out there that do a similar product, you don't realise how much your paper filter is letting through. The other thing I want to show you, which is also a K&N product, so this is a Drycharger cloth. K&N sells heaps of different sizes that are pre-made to fit over panel filters as well as the cone type. So depending on what you need, you might be able to get one that's already cut and ready made. But of course the Ford couldn't be that easy, so I just bought a large sheet of it and just cut out a little piece. Now the Drycharger cloth is really common for motorbikes and buggies where the air filter is exposed, and the reason for that is if I pour water on it, you'll see the water just wants to run off. So if I hit a puddle and it splashes, any splashes should be deflected by the cloth. If I submerge this completely underwater, then water will just come through. So it's not waterproof, it's not going to save you, water crossing. But as far as the occasional splash, so to install a K&N filter in your car, and even the Drycharger, it's no harder than putting a new filter in. You just open up the airbox, take the old filter out. Now K&N gives you this seal to tape down into your airbox. You can see there, just laying it in. There you go. If I can do it with one hand, then anyone can do it. And then it's just a matter of putting your filter in and close it back up. but we want to put the Drycharger in. So you can see there the Drycharger's bigger. Try and get it so it's sort of centered. And we just poke it down like so. And there you go. Put the airbox back on. So there you go, just a real quick and easy modification you can do to your vehicle if you're looking at travelling Australia or towing the caravan. It's worthwhile doing to your vehicle. It will save you money in the long run, because unlike the paper filters that are throwaway, the K&N can be washed and re-oiled, and K&N warrants them for 1,000,000 miles, so that's quite a few changes. Now, as always, we are not affiliated with K&N or any shops that sell K&N filters. We are completely independent, and we just want to bring you reviews and tips without any sort of bias of trying to sell you a certain brand or a certain product. And if you found this video helpful, then please give us a like. And if you want to see more from Salem's Travels, then please hit that subscribe button. Hooroo!